Another peaceful valley walk, the 3rd of August. That's a handy little parking spot there. Okay. After a short walk up this very quiet lane, I turned left here. But that footpath there, it's kind of a rough footpath. It's the right way, goes to the top of that ridge there now. I can't quite remember the name of it. I'll put it in the caption. But I did go up there 15 or so years ago to the top. There was no problem. Well, it was a bit of a rough path, but no problem in those days to climb up a rough mountainside. Okay, I'm about to cross this little stream here. I think it's called Avon Nantmore. And a little footbridge going across here. Nice little bobbling stream. Climbed maybe, well, less than 100 feet up this hillside, 50 or 60 feet. And there's yeah, I'm in good shape. I'm not trespassing. Right away footpath. Looks fairly well trodden along here. Yeah, the sun's come out. Even on this footpath up this hillside. One or two rocky spots here. Okay, about a 200-foot climb maybe from the lane to this point. Now these footpaths, right-of-way footpaths, now mainly used, well, almost used entirely, possibly, as recreation, as footpaths for walkers. But of course they originated centuries ago when people walked everywhere, unless you were slightly better off or a member of the gentry. Then of course you travelled by horse. But the majority of people, vast majority of people, went by foot. I think David Copperfield walked from London to Dover in search of his aunt to be rescued from the blacking factory, and that was no problem. I think, well, considerable distance. So someone's coming. Okay, I just had about a 15 or 20 minute chat with that walker on the last clip, and he said, beware, don't do this walk. It's he went for a burton. He's well equipped as well. He went for a burton on a slippery rock. He said it's very boggy, and and then you have to somehow find your way through a mass of tall ferns. And well, I thought, crap, I was starting to get a bit alarmed. But there's a house there. Holiday cottages, almost certainly holiday cottages. Shall I go and have a quick look at it? Getting quite alarmed. It doesn't look like there's anyone at home, but you can never tell. I won't go any further. Yeah, so he's yeah, by the time I finished, well, he was basically warning me this, that, and he looked well-equipped walker. And he said another thing to watch out for is ticks. Well, as I say, I can't ever remember being bitten by a tick. This is kind of like a little boggy section here, but that's kind of like par for the course if you're a country walker. Surprising, really, he's had such a tough time of it, but so far it's just a normal woodland footpath. Yeah. Proof positive. Don't see any problems so far. Well, I haven't gone very far, maybe a quarter of a mile or so since I spoke to him. Comes out, it looks quite pleasant. There's a nice view there. Quite not sure what he's talking about. He advised me at one point to take on the second house, which is somewhere up here, to leave the trail and go back to the lane, which runs parallel at the bottom of the valley. But I was, well, of course he had gone. He'd parked in the Watkins, Snowdon Watkins Path car park, come over the top, and so he was doing a full day walk, circular walk. So maybe he's feeling a little bit tired, and maybe that had something to do with it. It's a pleasant walk so far, really, especially when the sun's out. It has been, well, at least 50% cloudy so far. There's that ridge again. As I mentioned, there's a footpath that goes up to the top. And then you have a good view of Kinnych, the Welsh Matterhorn. Although it doesn't look like Matterhorn from this angle. Well, this looks like a kind of well-trodden path, so I'll maybe it was a false alarm. No problem. Lots of ferns around, but a clear footpath going through. And here comes the second house. He said there was a car parked outside. Another two holiday cottages. Well, I passed one. This is the second one. So if I can find a spot here, I'll have just a short break. Suitable place for a break. I think these belong to the holiday cottage, but just over there. I just have a short break anyway. Walked a mile and a quarter to get to this point, so really nothing at all really even for the likes of me. Okay, this is the holiday cottage. And this is where the breeze has picked up a bit, I'm afraid. Okay, that walker I spoke to over half an hour ago told me to take the track back to make an escape route down there, down to the lane. And if you went to here, abandon all hope. Well, let's see if he exaggerated a bit. Well, this is what I was warned against. These tremendously dense and tall ferns. Yeah. Do not enter. I'm not sure quite what to make of that. recommend this walk. I mean, it's a bit, you've got to be, watch your feet, watch where you tread. But the rocks are mainly dry. Of course, having said that, there's always a chance you could tempt fate. But this is, I don't know, no problem really. It's just a nice, well, a walk, yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, the footpath goes nice and clear, even through these ferns. Okay, so no problem at all. Lose all hope, ye who enter here. Well, I'm not quite sure if he's. I think he said he was a sea. Well, he says he's he's very well equipped, and he's walked all his life. So, quite easy. Had a problem apparently with this walk. No problem. No, nice little walk. You have to kind of, watch your feet, one or two wet spots, but nothing out of the ordinary. I say it has been a very wet spring, and we did have a little bit of rain last night. Okay, I'll reach the lane, and okay, so what I'll do now, I'll just walk back to the car. One nice thing about walking on tarmac lanes, you don't have to watch where you put your feet. You can look at the surroundings. There's a nice rock outcrop up there, and on the other side is the village of Beth Gellert, a very popular village. Is the name of that holiday cottage. The second one I passed when I was walking up here. Okay, about a mile to go to get to the car. Actually, the most worrying thing about this walk is not ticks, adders, very dense ferns, slippery rocks, and knee-deep bogs. No, what I worry about most on this walk is these driving on these narrow lanes. And then kind of reversing when you meet oncoming traffic. What I will say for that gentleman that was ringing alarm bells, oh, here comes another car, I was saying, one thing I will say, that gentleman, he didn't just do a little 3-mile walk like I'm doing. He was doing more or less a full day walk. He'll be going to the end of this ridge and then right down to the bottom there, and then going all the way along the top of the ridge, all the way back to where he parked the car. Was it Lindinnis, I think? Yeah, at the end of where the Watkins Path, Snowdon car park. So that's a good day out. So he's yeah. I'll give him full marks for that, for doing that walk. It's nice though to walk on a tarmac lane and just enjoy the surrounding scenery. And I think that mountain ahead is Mole V. I think it's 1,811 feet above sea level. But even so, it's the sun seems to be coming out a bit more now, so that makes it very pleasant here. And there's those tall ferns, which yeah, try now, now. Yeah, so it would be a problem trying to force your way through there, but actually there was no real problem. So this is where I parked my car, so that's the end of this walk. But what I'm going to do is just drive up this lane a bit, see if I can find get a place I can pull over and have a good view of the Snowdon Massif. Just parked here in this passing pace just for a couple of minutes. You just see a little bit of the Kinnet. That's it, actually a ridge from this side. Kinnet, how do you pronounce it? Okay, can I see Snowdon? I'll just go along here a bit. Yeah, Snowdon's clear. And yeah, there's Egan up there, 2,475 feet above sea level. And yeah, there it is. Snowdon. Right there.